Trippie Red was one of the hottest rappers in the SoundCloud era. He sparked a wild beat.
Bro, what the fuck was that? Bro, why he got, bro?
Trippie Red was one of the hottest rappers in the SoundCloud era.
Bro, why he got a rainbow right here next to his house? A fake rainbow, like, with all these different colors. Like, what is you doing, bro? Then he got his hair in two ponytails and shit. Like, bro, what are you doing? What is that on the side over there? I know there ain't no tree. Hell yeah.
He sparked a wild beef with 6ix9ine that helped him get more views, but it allegedly almost cost him his life too. And today, we're breaking down the crazy story about the night his tour bus got shot up. Trippie Red came up in Canton, Ohio, and started his own crew there called 6ix9ine. Back in the day, he wasn't taking music seriously, but his older brother, Dirty Red, was already going hard in the booth. Even though he wasn't serious about it like his
nigga, I ain't never heard of Dirty Red.
But his older brother, Dirty Red, was already going hard in the booth. Even though he wasn't serious about it like his brother, Trippie was always into music and grew up listening to Tupac and Nas because of his mom. But when he was 15, Trippie suffered a loss that would change everything. In 2014, his older brother, Dirty Red, was killed in a car accident. It was a brutal tragedy.
Huh? Right? And this when he started taking music serious after this car crash looked terrible. It looked like it's airbags coming out the ceiling. Oh.
In the back, front, like all of that.
You see that shit?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But it also
Hold on, let me go back.
Trippie suffered a loss that would change everything. In 2014, his
hell?
older brother,
That's
Dirty
like 4 or
Red,
5
was
different
killed in a car
cars.
accident. It was a brutal tragedy, but it also inspired Trippie to hop in the booth and start going hard with the music. He dropped a couple of tracks that year, but ended up deleting them. Then he moved to Atlanta, and that's when everything started popping off. Trippie linked up with a rapper named Lil Wop, and he helped him get his career off the ground. It didn't take long for Trippie to get his name buzzing. He dropped his debut mixtape in May 2016, and his track Love Scars racked up over 8 million views on YouTube. Around the same time, 6ix9ine was trying to break into the industry. He had already been rapping for a couple of years at that point, but Trippie gave him his first big break when he gave 6ix9ine a feature on the track Pose 1469. They linked up again for the track Ooh Way, and both songs were running up crazy numbers. It looked like 6ix9ine and Trippie were the perfect pair, but within a couple of months, they went from homies to enemies, and their beef allegedly almost got Trippie killed more than once. Everything started when 6ix9ine was beefing with his old homie Zilla Kami. Zilla and 6ix9ine used to live together and were getting their careers popping at the same time. But after Zilla and some other homies bailed him out of jail, 6ix9ine refused to pay them back, and that's when the drama started. It ain't take long for things to get heated.
Bro, bro, you got niggas around you that's solid enough to get to bail you out of jail, and you gonna tell them you ain't paying them back? Like, what type of shit is that, bro? But y'all know what type of nigga he is, though.
And Zilla exposed 6ix9ine for groping a minor when he was 18, and 6ix9ine pleaded guilty to the felony of using a child in a sexual performance. When the news broke, Trippie called 6ix9ine a pedo and made it clear that he wasn't rocking with him anymore.
I'm sorry, brother. 1400 don't promote
They started going back and forth on social media. Then 6ix9ine dropped his breakout hit, Gummo, and took shots at Trippie and his homies with the line, "In the hood with them Billy niggas and them Hoover niggas. You run up and they shooting niggas. We ain't hooping, nigga. No KB, you a losing nigga. Up that Uzi, nigga."
Mercy was talking about Trippie Red.
No, for real.
Like, what?
I like that song.
Yeah, that's funny as
He
hell.
went to court and testified against his old crew. 6ix9ine admitted that the track was aimed at Trippie, and that the KB he mentions was one of Trippie's bodyguards. But the beef went further than just music and social media. 6ix9ine is known as the biggest rat in the rap game today, but back then, he was actually rolling with some real goons. And in late 2017, they caught Trippie at his hotel and put hands on him. Trippie posted a video after it went down, showing off his busted lip, and called out 6ix9ine and his homies for jumping him. According to Trippie, he started chasing them down after they sucker punched him, but it's not clear how it actually happened because there's no video of the situation.
He started
After
chasing him
Trippie
down.
talks about getting jumped,
After they
6ix9ine
just jumped his ass and bust his lip and shit. They
clapped back on social media and dissed him for snitching on the internet.
You can't just start snitching and say it was the non-trade. You can't do that, bro. It's not gangster.
But what makes the situation even funnier is that 6ix9ine turned around and snitched on Trippie in court. During his testimony, 6ix9ine said his beef with Trippie started because of jealousy. According to him, he started rocking with the 9 Treys because he wanted protection and street cred, and all he had to do was keep making hits and be the financial support for the gang. But he didn't just flip on them. He also told the judge that Trippie reps a blood set called the 6ix9ine Grams who have beef.
Oh yeah, his ass snitching. He's like you ain't gotta say all this shit, bro. Like you saying shit I wasn't even thinking of. I'm like, he said that shit. Like you snitched, but like now you saying a whole bunch of other shit. Like why you bringing up like now you snitching, bro. Like you overly snitching. Like you not even dry snitching. You snitching. You a rat. I'm fun of him. He is from New York. They got big ass rats out there. But that's crazy.
Beef with the 9. He also told the judge that Trippie reps a blood set called the 6ix9ine Grams who have beef.
He Master Splinter in that whole game.
With the 9 trades.
He teaching all the other ones how to do the shit.
I was just gonna say he the king.
Oh, bro.
Trippie and 6ix9ine have been going back and forth like crazy. And at one point, it looked like they were ready to set up a celebrity boxing match. And after 6ix9ine started telling the court everything, Trippie dropped a video for his track Under Enemy Arms and had a clip of a rainbow-colored rat in it. On top of airing out Trippie for being affiliated with the Bloods, 6ix9ine also gave the full story about the day he ordered the 9 trades to put hands on him. According to 6ix9ine, Trippie's manager reached out and wanted to squash the beef. What's crazy is that the manager actually dropped the location where Trippie was shooting the music video, even though he knew 6ix9ine was rolling with some official gangsters. Back then,
I would have had to cut that nigga off. Like, bro, you just tried to set me up, bro. Ain't nothing about that. Like, why would you? First off, nigga, you know we beefing. The ops. Why is you sending him the location to my video, bro? What you on, bro? You trying to have a viral moment or something? You don't like what you on, bro? You gotta go. I ain't gonna cap. That's a hard ass cut off.
Send the location. You just willingly send the location.
To him, especially like you and it's him though. You send the location and you like motherfuckers got lives, motherfuckers got diss songs against each other, and you sending him our location, bro. Talking about we gonna squash the beef. You could pull up to the video shoot, bro. What type of shit is that? Y'all can squash that, bro. Nigga, first off, why is you even doing that shit? That should be coming out of his mouth. Why, like, and you sending locate? You gotta get cut off. That's what I would have had to do. After that, and they came and shot that bitch, nigga. You close that back door. Can't get snaked by my homies. Yeah, his ass gotta go, nigga. He's tripping.
6ix9ine's manager was a 9 Trey affiliate named Shotty. A lot of people were terrified of Shotty and his homie, and 6ix9ine decided to send them after Trippie instead of squashing the beef. They all rode up to the spot where Trippie was filming the video and waited outside after they spotted his Sprinter van. Eventually, Trippie came out with like 15 people and took off in the van. 6ix9ine and the 9 Treys followed them down the highway for over an hour, then parked outside the hotel where Trippie was staying. Shotty, 6ix9ine's bodyguard Harv, and some other 9 Treys told 6ix9ine to stay in the whip while they ran into the hotel. A few seconds later, they all came running out after Harv punched Trippie in the face and Shotty was screaming, "It's fucking Trey wet." 6ix9ine was busy fighting his legal case, but he still made time to send shots at Trippie. In 2020, he claimed he was hooking up with a girl named Alex who used to date Trippie. She called Cap on the story, but they were spotted together a few times and nobody really knows what went down between them. Then 6ix9ine and Bad Baby started beefing. She said she don't like him because he turned down a feature, so she sent a shot at 6.
Tom, she don't like it because he turned down a feature. Sorry, you're like, what? Talking about the hype is. You funny as hell.
6ix9ine saying that Trippie was the only reason he ever had a career.
Bitch, you would not be shit without Trippie, right? That boy made you. The fuck? You're his fucking child. You're his son.
It be them getting mad and then like downing them by like saying shit like that because they got bigger than he got bigger than Trippie Redd and shit. Like, I mean, Trippie Redd did put him on though, cause I seen 6ix9ine a couple times before when he got with Trippie. But when he got with Trippie, I feel like that established him a little bit.
I never knew they made a song yet. I'm not even gonna lie.
You never heard it?
Hell no.
That shit go crazy.
Hell, it was good.
We gotta go to that shit. I don't know what the song called, but they was like this with the gun. You ain't never saw that? They both had guns in their hands, and Trippie Redd was like this, and he had the smoke bomb coming out the gun, though. And that shit looked raw as hell, and they was in like a desert with the cars. You gotta watch that shit. That's crazy. Merch, you never heard that shit.
Hell no.
I feel like he got solidified after that, though. Once he dropped that with him, I'm like, oh, yeah, that nigga hard. Then that's when I started seeing his shit on YouTube and him screaming.
I saw Gumbo, I saw the Billy, I saw what the fuck? He got some more songs, like the song with Nicki Minaj. Yeah, that's all I can think of. He got some more songs though. I just been seeing his songs though. I never seen like.
It was when he was
live
first
features.
blowing up.
I never knew knew he did a guy feature. I thought he just do like his own song or something. Like, just songs by himself.
He do. I think the only person he really got a song with is like A Boogie and NBA Young. Wait, no, he don't got one with Young Boy. A Boogie and Trippie Red. That shit would be crazy.
That's when the situation got even messier, and 6ix9ine claimed that Trippie hooked up with Bad Baby while she was still a minor. Bad Baby and Trippie said it was cap, but then she admitted they kissed while they were both still minors.
We kissed, but it wasn't that serious.
Okay.
And he was 17 at the time.
Halix and Bad Baby weren't the only women who got involved with the beat. Back in 2018, Cuban Doll's ex, Tato, allegedly abused her for talking to 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine and Tato started sending shots back and forth over the situation, and while they were on FaceTime, Tato told him,
Sometimes he was 17 at the time. She was just a little hoe. Yeah, she's just a little hoe. Cause wasn't she like 14?
No, for real. Then she was talking to Chief Keef around that time too. So it's like,
Like her ass is a little hoe. And when she, and I think they get her exception because she got clout, because she famous or something. Because I know when she was like 17, she was on live. I remember I saw her live before. And she was cussing her mama out because her mama came home and brought some groceries and shit in the house. But it wasn't what she wanted. So she was cussing her mama out and her boyfriend was right there. But I think her boyfriend was like, she was 17. Oh, she was like 17. She had just turned 17 and he was like 22. The fuck? But her mama and her parents was old as hell and she just cussing their ass out and shit. And I'm like, so nobody give up. Like, people in the comments like, how old is he? Like, how old are you? And like, nobody acknowledging this shit. And like, I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. Like, them parents don't give a fuck. They're like, that she's 17, he's 22. Like, oh, what's going on? And like, I don't know. Talking about she was Trippie Red. She was 14 and he was 17. She a little hoe.
she thought that Dr. Phil was gonna fix her, but I don't.
She said that fucked her up even more. She said she was trying to expose that show because that show, she said, bogus as hell. Like, after that show, when they sent them to that camp, she said they bogus as hell. But I don't know though. She said that shit ain't helped me. That shit just made me worse. So she said that shit just blew me. I don't know what the fuck.
That shit blew me.
For real. She said she trying to expose that for what they be doing. They be bogus as hell and that shit. And Dr. Phil try to act like he don't got no knowledge of what's going on. They say like, how you don't got no knowledge of what's going on over there, but you sending people over there though. And that's the whole thing they was trying to talk about. But I don't know what happened to that claim and shit. Guys, I gotta look. I don't know.
After the video went viral, Tato linked up with Chief Keef and Trippie for the track I Kill People and sent shots at 6ix9ine. After the drama with A-Lex and Bad Baby, things cooled down for a minute. Fans knew they would probably never be cool again, but nobody was expecting what happened next. In September 2021, Trippie was performing in Baltimore for his Trip at Night tour. The show went on without any issues, but the trouble started after he left for the airport. Right after his bus left the venue, a shooter pulled up and started dumping shots. According to reports, 10 members of the concert support crew were on the bus, but it's not clear if Trippie was actually there or not. The gunman sent shots all through the bus, but the only person they ended up hitting was the driver. He had to be rushed to the hospital for treatment.
That bitch could have crashed.
He made it out alive. Trippie never spoke about the shooting or who was behind it, but rumors started flying that it was connected to his beef with 6ix9ine. Even though 6ix9ine flipped on the 9 trays and no longer has dudes like Shawty and Hard putting in work for him in the streets.
How did 6ix9ine switch on the Bloods or the 9 trays and like he did all that snitching and shit against them, but then after all that snitching, he was still walking around like until this day he still be walking around New York though. But he did all that snitching on all them people though. That's what I be confused about.
That's weird.
Right? Because he still be walking down there with no security on live and all. Like, what? I mean, only time he got beat up is when he was at a fucking a YMCA, a Boys and Girls Club, hooping. Like, I'm like, what the that's weird. That's crazy.
That don't mean he couldn't pay someone else to take Trippie out. There's no evidence to back the story up, though. And it turns out there might be an even bigger twist in the case. According to 6ix9ine's ex-bodyguard, Harv, the entire beef with Trippie.
What if whole time like he really didn't snitch on them and then they like paid they made so much money off this shit, like he paid the police and them like and they all was going along with that shit just to make them more money for the hell nah fuck no hell nah that shit that's like hell nah that's like basically them admitting to some shit like no hell nah that shit impossible.
Trippie Red was staged for publicity. He claims that they never had any real problems and that 6ix9ine worked with Trippie's manager to set up the staged fight that day when Harv allegedly punched Trippie in the mouth. Harv was convicted of kidnapping and robbing 6ix9ine back in 2018, and he says that was all for publicity too. But even though 6ix9ine is desperate for clout, that doesn't mean the beef between him and Trippie is fake. If they was really homies this whole time, there's no way it would have gone as far as it did. Everything's been quiet for a while, but there's no...
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man, because I ain't never heard nothing about this for real. Shit, we gon'